I'm Christopher Zweig, and today on CJ at the Movies, I dish on some new films starring Anthony Hopkins and Julie Delpy, and the return of two of the most iconic cartoon characters, Tom and Jerry. Let's take a look. Our first movie is The Father, and it stars Anthony Hopkins as an aging man suffering from dementia and Olivia Colman as his daughter, who tells him she's planning to move to London with her new husband. The plot thickens for him as he finds her ex-husband in his flat, and his daughter is apparently played by Olivia Colman. Is this real, or just his condition tricking him? This is where things get confusing, but profoundly acted at the same time.
I don't know what she's cooking up against me, but she's cooking something up.
What are you talking about, Dad?
I'm not leaving my flat! I am not leaving my flat! This really is my flat. Isn't it?
The Father is a much more powerful dramatization of the effects of dementia than Supernova, and I like that movie. This one, however, allows us to see it through the perspectives of an old man suffering from this disease. It represents what this particular mind processes, what's real and what's fabricated, and the leading performances from Hopkins and Colman are just as excellent as the movie's depiction, so check it out. Next up we have Tom and Jerry, which is not as profoundly acted as The Father, but I didn't want to see it because Chloe Grace Moretz and Michael Pena were cast in it. I wanted to see it because it was a Tom and Jerry movie with the famous cat and mouse duo from the Hanna-Barbera classic cartoon collection looking like Tom and Jerry, and not those weird, annoying CGI creatures we saw in Scooby-Doo or The Smurfs. Director Tim Story, who also made Ride Along and Think Like a Man, gives them a Roger Rabbit approach as we find them battling in a New York City hotel days before an elaborate wedding is to take place. As you can tell, archival voice recordings for the reactions were used, which is why we don't hear Ryan Reynolds or Kevin Hart speaking, since they don't talk, thank God. This would be the third time Tom and Jerry worked with live-action actors after Gene Kelly taught Jerry to dance in Anchors Away, and after the cat and mouse swam with Esther Williams in Dangerous and Wet. The performances here do not rank with them because sometimes they either ham things up or just become the witnesses to the mayhem. Still, I'm giving this movie a thumbs up because whenever Tom and Jerry are on the screen, it's easily delightful. And finally, our last movie is My Zoe, and it's a weak and arguing mess written, directed by, and starring Julie Delpy as a geneticist and single mother who loves her little girl more than anything. Just as she's dealing with the same legal issues with her ex-husband, played by Richard Armitage, the child falls in a coma, one that she won't recover from, and so the mother must resort to the same old drastic measures of finding someone to clone her.
You know, I realized something terrible about you after she was born. Your needs come first.
Because I wanted to go back to work a year after she was born.
6 months.
So what?
I wouldn't give up. She's gone. Listen to your heart, Isabel.
I just thought we could help each other let go of her.
I'll never let go of her.
The only time My Zoe works is when Daniel Brühl plays the cynical doctor who's reluctant enough to go along with this cloning experiment. His performance prevents the movie from going in a complete opposite angle. Delpy draws some good ideas, but she only delivers them with negative behaviors and arguments. All these actors are wonderful talents, but they don't have any compelling characters to portray here, so skip it. Now let's recap the movies I reviewed today. Thumbs up for The Father, thumbs up for Tom and Jerry, and thumbs down for My Zoe. I'm Christopher Zweig, stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels. You can also read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and listen to my podcast reviews at newhdradio.com.